welcome back. Today we're going to see lesson 8, session 11. So, before we move into this topic, let's see a solution for the assignment problems. These are the solutions, so kindly check your answers.
Hi students, welcome you all. Do you remember what you learned in the previous class? Yes ma'am, I remember that. We learned about operations and Venn diagrams. Yeah, your answer is right. Okay, I am going to ask one question from that topic. List the operation of sets. I know ma'am. They are a union, intersection, disjoint, overlapping, complement, and difference of two sets. Yeah, excellent student. Yeah, today we are going to learn a new topic, that is fundamental of concepts.
Fundamental concept. You are already familiar with some basic algebraic concept. Now we're going to see fundamental concept. In this, first we're going to see literals and constants. A symbol such as A, B, C, X, Y, and Z is representing an unspecified number or member of the class of objects is called a literal or variables. You already studied in the rational number what is variable and all. So this is known as this is also known as literals. Okay. Next we're going to see constant. A constant is nothing but a symbol which has a fixed value. For example, 36, 0, 2 by 5, 5.6, minus 2 and all. So these are specified values, so they are called as constants. Next we're going to see operations on literals. So in previous class itself you learnt about the rational number and its operations. Likewise, in this we have four operations: addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Operations on literals. So in this we're going to see addition. So addition we write it in the form of x plus y, or addition we write it in the form of x plus y or x plus x is equal to 2x. In subtraction we write it in the form of a minus b or a minus a is equal to 0. Then in multiplication we write as ab 5x. In division we write as a divided by b or a by b or a by 3. So it may in any form. So these are some examples. Next we're going to see a law of operation. In the law of operation, first we're going to see commutative law of addition. So the commutative law of addition we write as a plus b is equal to b plus a. The second law is commutative law of multiplication. So in multiplication we write as ab is equal to ba. The third law is associative law of addition. We write as a plus b plus c is equal to a plus b plus c. Next we are going to see associative law of multiplication. We write it as a b c is equal to ab into c. Next we are going to see a distributive law. So in this distributive law we write it as a b plus c is equal to ab plus ac. Next we are going to see a power of literal. The power of literal is nothing but the product of the literal multiplies by itself is called a power of literal. For example, let me take an variable as x. So x into x is x cube, or x into x is x square. So here the literal itself is a base of the power. So the number of appearance of the literal in the power is called the index or exponents of the power. For example, in x square, x is the base and 2 is the index of the power. Terms is nothing but a combination of constants and variables connected only by the operations of multiplication and division is called a terms. For example, 4a minus 3xa, or we also say 4 by y. So these are called a terms. Okay. Next we move on to the algebraic expression. A collection of numbers and variables connected by one or more operations is called an algebraic expression or a simple an expression. So, if it is in one term, we call it as a monomial, and if it is two terms, then we call it as a binomial. Three terms, we call it as trinomials. If the terms are one or more, then we call it a multinomial. Next, we move on to the factors and coefficients. The constant and variables that are multiplied together to form a term are called the factor of the term. Each factor is coefficient of the product of the remaining factors of the term. If for example I taken a 5x square y z, so from this 5 is a numerical coefficient of x square y z, and we also say like 5x square is a coefficient of y z. If only we have the number, then we say it as a numerical coefficient, otherwise we say as a coefficient. Next, we move on to the like and unlike terms. So, it is a term which has the same like their variables. They are said to be in like terms. If they are not like terms, then we say it as unlike terms. For example, I say one example. Minus 2ab and 5ab are like terms because the variables are common. Polynomial in one variable. An algebraic expression is called a polynomial if it is a finite sum of term which contains only non-negative integer exponents of a variable. A polynomial is a one variable, say x, contains only such terms as can be expressed in the form of ax to the power n, where a is the constant and n is a non-negative integer. For example, let me take minus 3x square plus 4x plus 2 is a polynomial because x doesn't contain any negative or non-negative integers. Any negative integers. So in the second example we have x square plus 2x is a polynomial because it is not a polynomial because x consists only the negative integer, so it is not said to be a polynomial. Next, we move on to the polynomial in two or three variables. A polynomial is a two or more variables is a sum of term that contain only non-negative integral exponents of those variables. For example, 5xy minus 2yz plus 3zx is a polynomial in a three variable x, y and z. Degree of polynomial. In this, a degree of polynomial in the one variable is the highest index of the power of the variable is any term of the polynomial. For example, let me take an expression as x square minus 6x square x5 minus 6x square plus 2. So from this, which is the highest index? Yes, 5. So the highest index power is 5. So the degree of polynomial is 5. Next we going to see a polynomial are called the special term in accordance with their degrees. So from this, a polynomial which has a degree 1, it's called a linear polynomial. For example, x plus 5 is a linear polynomial. In the second, if we have a degree 2, then it called as a quadratic polynomial. We write it in the form of 4x square plus y square plus z square. So it's said to be an quadratic polynomial. Next we're going to see a polynomial of degree 3 is called a cubic polynomial. For example, 4x cube plus 3x z 3 plus 2z into z square. Next we're going to see a polynomial of degree 4 is called the quadratic polynomial 6a to the power 4 plus 3a square plus 7 by 5 are a quadratic polynomial. From this, now we're going to see an example for it. In this question, they given that 5x square y z plus 7xy. So, from this power, we have 2 and y as 1 and z as 1. So the degrees are 2 plus 1, so we get a 4. In the same way, x has 1 as a power and y as 1 power. So when we add this, we get 2. So from these two polynomials, we get the degree of polynomial is 4, because from these two polynomials the greatest power is 4, so the degree of polynomial is 4. So, in from next we're going to see another example. From this they given that find the number of terms in each of the following expressions. So from this first example as a y by 11. So we have only one variable. Since it is a constant, so we say it as one term. Next we're going to see another example. From this example, they given that minus 3 plus 2x square plus z 5. So since the constant as a addition, if the operator as a plus or a minus, then we say it as a one term. Otherwise, if it is in the form of multiplication or division, then we say it as a term. So from this we have three terms, right? So if they given that identify whether it is a monomial, binomial and trinomial, then we say it as a monomial and 3 as a trinomial. Next we're going to see another example. So from this we have identified the like terms from the following. So from this following, now we're going to identify the like terms. So since we have 2ab minus 2a by b minus 2 by 3ab, 6 by 5 bc and 3b by a. So from this now we're going to see identify the like terms. The first term as a b. Let's see which number is as ab. Yes, the like terms are 2ab minus 2 by 3ab. So the like terms are 2ab minus 2 by 3ab. Next we're going to see another example. So from this example they given that identify the polynomial, also write the degree of each polynomial. So from this they given that 10x square y plus 5x square divided by y minus 9x to the power 4 plus 6x square. So from the polynomial we know that if the variable is in the divided, then it is not a polynomial. So in this question they given that 5x square divided by y, so it is not a polynomial. Next we move on to the next sum. They given that x to the power 7 y to the power 12 minus 6x cube y to the power 5 plus 3x to the power 7 divided by 7 y square minus x to the power 10 y to the power 20. So In this, let's see, there is no denominator as any variable, so it is a polynomial. Next we going to find the highest degree. So in this first, x to the power 7, y to the power 12, when we add the powers, we get 19. In the second term, the degrees are 3 and 5. So when we add 3 and 5, we get 8. The same with third term has 7 and 2. So when we add these together, we get 9. And the third term has 10 plus 20, we get 30. So in this all values, the highest is 30. So it is a polynomial of degree 30. Okay, let's make a quick recap. Can anyone state literal? Yes, a literal is nothing but a variables are such as a, b, c, x, y, and z represented an unspecified number or a member of a class of object. That's can anyone identify the constant from the equation x plus 2? Can anyone identify the constant from the expression x plus 2? Yes, very good. 2 is the constant from this expression. Anyone find the variable from this expression? A square plus a. Very good. So a is a variable from this expression. Now, can anyone list the law of operations? Yes, they are commutative, associative, and distributive. Now, can anyone identify the index of the powers x power 4? Yes, index of the power is nothing but 4. Now, can anyone find the base of power y square? Yes, the base of power is y. In the same way, can anyone state the algebraic expression? Yes, you're right. A collection of number and variables connected by one or more operations is called the algebraic expression or simple and express. Now, can anyone give an example for a trinomial? Yes, some of the easiest example is a plus 2b plus c. Now, can anyone find the coefficient of x square from 3x square? Yes, very good. 3 is a coefficient of x square. Now, can anyone state polynomial? Yes, very good. An algebraic expression is called a polynomial if it is a finite sum of terms which contains only a non-negative integral exponents of a. Now, can anyone identify 3x plus y is a polynomial or not? Yes, it is a polynomial. If 3x square plus 4y square, then find its degree of polynomial. It is a quadratic. These are your assignment problem. So please take a note. Try to submit your assignment within the time. Some of them are not joined in the Google Classroom. So this is our Google Classroom code. So kindly join in this class.